Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
All right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You lose respect to yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like so is it cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first.
You would. Oh, you such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman.
Oh.
Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
You won't
so
be in
you
the
wouldn't
moment.
put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just wanna rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, okay. Ooh, all right. You ain't gotta kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls him down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, oh, yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I'm like, oh. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
That's
right?
the moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like if she cheats, oh hell no. But like I just had to wait on the moment. Like no. That's ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d- I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no, I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings. You know, and I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he look like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut." Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch.
Bitch.
Hey.
You know, hey, I love the intro so much because there's so much truth in that. And
Man.
I think a lot of people, excuse me, boom, you know, but I think a lot of people don't like the intro.
Why do you think a lot of
Homophobic.
people? You think a lot of people don't like it because they think it's homophobic?
No, I think a lot of people don't like it because they homophobe.
Oh. Have you heard any complaints?
I've heard somebody say, I've had a conversation with somebody before that was like, I beat Saucy Santana ass. And I'm like, no, you won't. No, you won't. And the only reason why I say no, you won't, because a nigga that can really beat Saucy Santana ass never tell me that they can beat Saucy Santana ass.
Yeah, it's not a selling point usually.
Yeah, because I'm not saying you weak as a man. So a man would never be like, boy, nigga. Like, I'm never gonna tell you I'll fuck a nigga up. I just know I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Yeah.
And so when he said that, I was just like, nah, no, you won't. Just because you had to tell you told a nigga that don't know Saucy Santana. I don't know him. I just said from what I think I know about him, some of you niggas will get your ass beat. And so, because I said that, you said, I'll beat his ass. I don't think you can.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just stated what I see in him as a man, and that's it. That's all. I ain't said I've seen him fight in life or none of that. Like, I've never said that. I just said what I see in him as a man, he'll beat the shit out of you. And for a nigga to be like, hey, boy, I beat that nigga's ass. Like, why would you even tell me that? I don't care.
Right. When are you going to be fighting him? When are you going to be in the same room with him? Let's start there.
Did you talk to Jake Paul about this? Like,
right.
what are we doing?
Right. Oh, yeah. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to call him out? You trying to get on the next fight?
Right. It just furthermore let me know that he probably can't beat the shit out of a lot of you niggas.
Right. Nah, I think he got too much weight on him. It got too much power behind that punch.
It's weight, and then for me, for the whatever little athleticism that I think I have, it's the weight and the way he can move it that which separates him from everybody else. The nigga knows how to throw his hands in the air and gyrate his hips at the same time real fucking fast. And all I'm saying is, if he can shift this way, he can throw this motherfucker. And it's probably gonna it's probably gonna drop the shit out of y'all. Like, let's just keep it a whole bill. Let's just keep it a bill, a $100 bill.
Yep.
We've all seen Saucy Santana do some shit the skinny bitches can't do. If he can do that with the same frame of a man, I don't really think y'all are gonna go through a boom, boom, boom. Like, if you know how to fight, then yeah, you're gonna pace yourself, you're gonna bop, bop, bop. But if you want to go through a bow, 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 bow with Saucy Santana, you probably gonna get the dog shit beat out of it. And it just is what it is. Because this nigga know how to move his body fast all the time for at least 5 minutes. You don't know how to do that, sir. You are too busy smoking blacks and drinking beer. You don't know how to do that, sir.
Yeah. I would have to agree with that theory. Yeah, it ain't gonna be too many that he'll be able to lose too, I guess.
Yeah, like, am I saying he gonna beat everybody ass? No, no, of course not. But am I saying the nigga that comes to me and says I'll beat Saucy Santana ass? No, he'll beat your ass, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
He'll beat your ass, bro. Because why are you coming to me with that? Because of what you heard off the intro? No,
That's weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
That he gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
He gonna fuck completely up. Because it'd be a difference if the nigga told me, I'll whoop your ass. Like, no, this nigga told me he gonna beat Saucy Santana ass off of what I said. He gonna beat your ass, bro.
Right. Yeah,
He
you
gonna
might
beat
as well
your ass.
hang that shit right on up.
The only way that would have made sense to me, like, yeah, he'll fuck Saucy Santana up, is if he'd have said that, and at the same time he said that, he bust 3 motherfucking punching bags open. Like, if he was like, nigga, I beat Saucy Santana ass, and went pow, 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 and then like opened up all these fucking punching bags. I'd be like, yeah, you probably right.
Yeah. Right. But just to talk about that, like when nobody asked, hey, you think you can beat up Saucy? Like nobody asked that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, never mind. So
yeah, this is what it is. And he knows who he is. I'm not gonna mention him, but I'm pretty sure he's laughing right now because I did tell him, like, nah, that just sounds like he gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. Nope. Here you go again. Hold on. Let's hear how this goes. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, I'm filming and you're on the show.
What you doing?
I'm filming and you're on the show.
Oh, hi everybody.
you hear him? That's TJ.
What up, TJ? What do you need, TJ?
Yeah, what's going on, TJ?
Oh, I was thinking of ordering some Raisin Canes.
Order you some what?
Some Raisin Canes.
Raisin Canes?
Yeah.
Where you at?
I'm at work.
You want me to order you some Raisin Canes while you at work?
Yeah.
Where does he work at?
Andy's.
Andy's? Nigga, if you don't eat what's there, get the fuck off the phone. The fucking TJ, you tripping, bro.
How?
He said how?
Nigga, if you don't eat what's there and get the fuck off the phone, like, nigga, she is literally on the podcast and you were telling her to order you some food to another food spot.
Right.
Nigga, get off the phone.
It ain't no food. They don't sell hot dogs? I thought they sold hot
No,
dogs.
it's custard.
Oh.
It's just custard?
Yeah. I thought they sold hot dogs.
They don't sell nothing else but custard, TJ.
It's just custard.
It's custard and beverages.
And beverages.
You gotta find another job. That's fucked up.
All right, man. Send me the address and what you want.
All right.
Nowhere in the world I'm gonna work at a spot that only serves fancy ice cream.
Yeah. And it was an upgrade because he was at McDonald's.
Was it really? Because he would have just ate at McDonald's.
Oh man, he been going up to McDonald's like almost every day since he stopped working, getting food.
That's what like. Man, fuck that. I didn't know. I thought Andy's at least had hamburgers.
I thought they sold hot dogs, but shit, you learn something new every day, I guess.
Yep.
So, I can go live on TikTok now, and I am live on TikTok now.
You're live.
But everybody follow me on TikTok at L_Renelle. Yay.
I have not figured out TikTok yet. I have been posting things on TikTok just to get familiar with it. I do not know TikTok yet, but I did jump on just because I know a lot of y'all wanted me to jump on TikTok, and a lot of people want me to jump on Twitch. I'm just not there yet, but I can't wait to jump on that with the rest of you sick-minded individuals that's on Twitch.
Yeah. You definitely need to get on Twitch. But yeah, follow me on TikTok where I do my TikToks. But yeah, Sophie is watching. Hey, she says, "Hey, it's talkers, it's me."
What's up, Toy?
But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into these topics because we've been bullshitting for damn near 20 minutes.
Now I was gonna say let's do it. We ain't even did an intro or nothing. I didn't even put you out to the highest esteem that you should be. But it's all right. Only thing I will say is, again, triple shout out to Twitch, because we got the pleasantries out the way, but Twitch definitely. If what we talking about, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get this shit popping.
Yes. And Tohi says, I just got TikTok and now I guess I'm hooked, LOL. I'm not a social media person because I feel like people don't want to hear what I have to say. And now I have nothing to say. Well, no, we want to hear what you have to say. And, your comments are definitely welcomed on the show as well. So, yeah, everybody should have their voice.
Toy, I used to think the same shit. And then you know what happened? I got a call from Lindsay one day and she was like, nigga, you know you low-key funny. So,
right.
I'm gonna put you over here. And then that's why you see the degenerate nigga that I am. Because Lindsay was like, no, nigga, like real shit, like you low-key funny. You right. Like, you don't know. You be saying some shit because it's on your head, but dude, you can say it over here.
Right. You're right. I had to tell you, I was like, dude, I used to like watch your videos with my homeboy. Like, yeah, you're funny. And we used to just sit up and just watch them. Especially like your the videos you used to make on Snapchat.
Yeah.
That you used to put out on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, and I had said something to you about being on the first show. I had said something to that person about you being on the first show, that host, and he already knew about you. So,
but it's so crazy because because we started this podcast. This is me. I ain't even gonna say we taking a left. This is me like at a stoplight. This is how I know people try to stop your shine. And I honest to God say this. When I was doing those things and I started getting a certain type of following, for some strange reason, that my first even Facebook page got it. Not only did it get shut down, it got really wiped out. Like wiped the fuck out. I had to create a whole nother email and everything to like jump back on Facebook.
Oh wow!
And it's like I look at that and I always say this is like only thing I was doing was just being authentically me.
Mm-hmm. And
out of everybody that like even that guy knew me before I even knew him. I was moving, and I always say this, and this ain't got nothing to do with us because we only get like maybe 96 views. But at one point in life, I was doing something so right in this city that it just being regular and not even giving a fuck about anything, they wiped me the fuck out.
Yeah, just hating.
Just on some real hate. And I can't say it was nobody in the city. It was just really the
algorithm.
Algorithm just was like, nah, this nigga can't have that much power.
Right. Nope. No one man can have all this power.
It's like it is a lot of people that know me from social media, and I'm like, I don't know none of you niggas. Like, I don't like. Nah. I ain't never met you before. Like,
Right.
I've literally had this conversation with niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because it's like, if you look at, you know what I'm saying, like my friends and followers and all that, it is very few. But I'm like, that's crazy that I have very few friends and followers, but I can go somewhere and somebody will tell me, hey, I know you do this podcast and I know you do this and I know you do that. And, or just on some, I just know of you, period. Jasmine, my girl will tell you that shit throws her off. Like, how do these niggas know you? And I'm like, I don't know either, because I should be paid for this.
Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Well, Rashad is watching and he says, I like y'all show. Yeah, we like you watching as well. But
I fuck with you, Rashad. Real shit.
Yeah. So yeah, let's actually do a show.
Let's do a show. We've been talking for 21 minutes about not the show. So let's do the show.
Yeah, so it's been a while since the last time we have been on here. And a lot of things have happened, but we're not gonna keep you guys all night talking about everything that happened. Rashad says, I fucks with y'all too, bro. Or I fucks with you too, bro. Excuse me. Not y'all, but you.
No, I fuck with Rashad. Like, he jumped on the show. I fuck with Rashad.
Yeah, that was a funny ass episode. Yeah.
Bro, I fuck with you. Like, real shit. I fuck with you.
Yeah. So yeah. One thing that happened since we've been gone is the election. Did you vote? Did you go ahead and vote or no?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah. So I did. And this is the second time in a row that I have experienced voter suppression. And this one was worse. So yeah.
You know what? I not to toot my own horn, but I told y'all.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all what was gonna happen. Like, I told y'all what was gonna happen. Nobody wanted to believe me. But I told y'all what was gonna happen. I told y'all what we should do moving forward. And I told y'all what y'all failed to do was actually set a precedent by not voting for anybody into the Democratic and Republican Party. I'm not telling y'all not to vote. I was telling y'all to vote for somebody that wasn't in those two categories.
So you wanted them to vote in a third party?
Yeah. If you're not going to vote like me, then not vote. If you're going to vote, don't vote for those two things. I kept saying, excuse me, because that came out wrong. I keep saying, do not vote for your oppressor. I keep saying that. I've said this for 6 months. Stop voting for your oppressor.
Mm.
Yeah, most people thought that I was hating on Kamala.
No.
I fuck her name up every time. At this point, I'm not even gonna act like that it's something that I'm trying to do, because people should know right now that I'm really not trying to.
No.
Mess up. Miss Harris. Is that correct?
Mrs. Harris, yeah.
Mrs. Harris. I am not trying to mess up Mrs. Harris' name. I be going off of what social media says, and so I just go off of what they say. But I was never against Miss Harris.
Mm-hmm.
As far as because I was never against Trump on that nature. I told y'all the worst of both of them. You know what I'm saying? It has to be in your agenda. If your agenda is to get either one of them in, then that's who you vote for. But if your agenda wasn't for either one of them, as far as Democrat and Republican, don't vote for them. And if you're not just in total in tune in whatever they talking about, don't vote for that shit. Period. At the end of the run, remember, I kept saying, just vote local. If you don't want to vote for the presidency, just vote local.
And there was a lot of things that were on the ballot. If you lived on the Missouri side, that was local. A whole lot of shit. But one of the things that was major was that abortion. They did legalize abortion up to a certain point. So yeah. So that was a positive thing that came out of the election. But yeah, Trump did win. So yeah.
Trump won.
Which
I told y'all it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But the way it happened was something that a lot of people did not think, because they thought that it was going to be a big black male population voting for Trump, and it wasn't. It was actually a big white woman and Latino population that voted for Trump. And look what's happening. Which he told y'all before the election that this is what he's going to do. Like on day one, he's going to completely start the deportation process. Yeah. And people are getting like upset about it, but it's like he said this is what he ran on. He said he's gonna do it. Like,
so
why do y'all think that he's lying?
So my thing is this.
Well, I mean, he lies a lot, so I can see why you would think he's lying. But I don't think he's lying about this.
I get that 100%, but
yeah.
This is what I'm gonna tell everybody. I've said this before, but I want y'all to really pay attention to me now when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of you white women, Latino women, and Latinos thought that y'all were safe. And so this is what I'm going to tell you. The whole thing with X is when you fuck around and find out. Now, I ain't even going to say you fucked around and found out. What I'm saying is y'all are dumb enough to think that a man like him ever had any sanctions for you in the first place. First and foremost, all of y'all gave him the popular vote. And even if y'all didn't give him the popular vote, he would have won anyway, because the niggas that y'all appointed to office voted for this nigga.
Yeah.
Because this is one thing I want everybody to know across the board. People have said this plenty of times. I learned this in high school, but I don't think y'all really know actually what counts. And it's the electoral vote, not the fucking popular vote. It's 1 billion people that can vote for a certain person. All it takes for is the person in their state to vote against them, and it doesn't mean a goddamn thing anymore. And I don't think people really realize what that is. The electoral vote means, yeah, I know a certain person has a popularity vote, but my vote actually matters. So if I say, all right, whatever, the city is the city wants Miss Harris, but I'm getting back in from Trump, I'm a vote for Trump, and then that just excludes you. All of you people going to sitting in those lines in the rain, cold, all that, and it still doesn't, and it doesn't matter. I really want y'all to understand that. This is why I tell y'all to vote locally, because when you control the local vote, then you control the electoral vote. But when you don't control the local vote, you don't control the electoral vote. Simple math. It just is what it is.
Yeah, so Tohi says, child, at this point with this whole thing, I'm deciding not to let it upset me and keep pushing like I've been doing. I also said that if they didn't put a white woman in office, a woman of color, show wasn't gonna get in. They fooled us something serious. And Rashad says people don't realize what that is in regards to the electoral college. People either don't realize what it is or don't understand it. And basically, what the electoral college is it was something that was set up by the forefathers because they didn't think that the American people were intelligent enough to put a president in office. So it's kind of like a safety net. However, the electoral college, the electoral votes for each state usually goes with the popular vote of that state.
Unless they've
Historically,
been bought.
yeah, but historically they do go with the popular vote of that state, but that doesn't mean that they will every time. So, and then each state gets so many votes by the population in that state. So I think Missouri got 10 or 11. I can't remember. But yeah. So, and I don't know how many
popularity vote. The popularity vote means nothing if you, unless you are actually putting people in office that are going to be your electoral vote.
Mm-hmm.
That is the whole thing in a nutshell, people. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, and then it's like it's only the presidential election that uses the electoral college, and they have been wanting to get rid of the electoral college for some time now, but yeah, it hasn't panned out that way, obviously. And the people that benefit the most from the electoral college are Republicans. Which not in this like election, because Trump got the popular and the electoral vote. But usually you'll see a Democrat get the popular vote, and then the Republican to get the electoral vote. But the electoral vote is the one that count, and that's how people get in. Like in 2016 when he ran against Hillary Clinton, she got the popular vote. But he got the electoral vote. Right. So because he wins in those states with that count more, and he'll get a lot of those votes in those states or those battleground states or something like that, So
for this is what I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody listening. The electoral vote that we have, they're always going to side with a man, and I don't want y'all to look at y'all states and be like, oh, well, they're just biased or whatever. It is just what's going on in the world. The world, if you pay attention to it, they're strictly on straight ready for war mentality. They're never ever going to allow a woman to step in that situation. And that's not downplaying a woman. I grew up with a single mother, so I never say a woman's not capable enough to go to war. I watched my mother go to war plenty of times, but I am just one anecdotal person. Yeah. What I'm saying is, how the world looks at it is if they put a woman as in front of the most I guess when we go to military and military background, and as far as shit starter, they're not going to put a woman in front of that. They're always going to put a man in front of that because they just won't. They want that manly look about themselves. They're not going to do that. It is plenty of women who are presidents of different countries, but they not in the forefront like America is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And the way that America is set up is it's not gonna put no black woman in office. Not right now.
nah.
Probably not in our lifetime. Especially if they ain't gonna put no woman in office. You know, like a lot of people have brought that up. Like they didn't vote for Clinton, and Clinton had ample time, you know, and Harris had 100 days.
Exactly.
You know? So if they didn't put
days of actually trying to show something that she didn't show for 4 years.
But this is the thing, like, what all did y'all want her to do as vice president?
So, all right. So this is the thing, because I had this conversation before. Nobody is saying that Harris had to go beyond the extra. But at the same time, I say this. How many times have we seen a president and vice president get in office and the vice president literally not be seen? Because and my recollection, only thing I can tell you about that is when Reagan was in office, and that's because Reagan was such a because he had the assassination attempt and all that thing about him when he became the president. Yeah, you forgot about the vice presidency, but other than that, everybody knew about the vice president. The vice president was making moves. Even Mike Pence was fucking making moves on top of just saying, hey man, whatever y'all seen these pictures that's coming up about, you know, me doing whatever. Like, he still was being a vice president and was making moves and doing certain things. What did we see Kamala doing? Or excuse me, because I always say Kamala. That's not her name.
It's not her name. That's not my name.
That's not her name. That's not her name. Kamala. That's her name, right? Kamala,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
What did we see Kamala doing for 4 years?
Well, she did a lot with reproductive rights. Not necessarily with abortion, but
okay.
with the infant mortality, the mortality, especially for Black women who is going through delivery and stuff like that. Mortality rate is real high. Like she did a lot with that.
Did she make sure she was a face of that?
I don't know if she made sure she was the face of it.
Because she goddamn didn't. Because she goddamn
But this
didn't.
conversation had never been in the White House before her.
I don't give a fuck what conversation was in the White House before her. She never goddamn put her face in front of anything.
Why? Because you didn't know it?
It ain't because I didn't know it. It's because nobody did. It's because nobody, listen, because I don't want to shame Miss Harris on anything. What I want to say is, if you are going to take over you should at least have something that people know that you are actually moving. Shit, at least Michelle Obama was running the goddamn food program for schools. You knew this. She didn't, and that's no downplay to her, because she's probably a great person as far as her political background. But she did not make herself known, and she had 100 days to prove something that nobody didn't believe in the first place.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was a big feat. And it did seem, for me, it did seem like it would be obtainable, because it was so many people like, yeah, we don't want Trump again. You know what I'm saying? Not now. You know what I mean? So that's why I was hopeful for it. But yeah.
And so my logic in that is always, my logic will always be like, yeah, nobody, and I'm talking about literally nobody, wants Trump back in office. And they can talk that shit. They can kiss ass. They can do whatever they want. None of them want Trump back in office. But you know what? He has a better track record than Ms. Harris, because of the simple fact he was present all the time.
Present
all the time he was president. They knew what the fuck he was doing, even when he was like, maybe we can just put bleach down people's throat. Like
he didn't even know what the fuck he was doing. So
yeah, like even that though proved that he was there at the moment. She never proved that she was there at the moment at vice presidency.
All right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's not the case. But we've spent a lot of time on this subject.
It really is. It really is.
No, it's not. It's not. And I mean, I don't know what you think a vice president is supposed to do. That's the crazy part about all this, when people try to bring up what she did as a vice president. But nobody has ever done that with nobody else. Like, it's weird.
It's weird because you were putting it in a perspective of they're trying to put the vice president on and then like a limelight on the side of the president. Nobody's doing that. What we're saying is, what did she do that we actually talked about for 4 fucking years? Because, like I said, in my generation of voting, everybody knew what the vice president was doing. The vice president had certain things that they were sanctioned for and was taken care of. What do we know that Ms. Harris was doing for 4 years?
Oh, I just told you one. But what was Mike Pence doing for 4 years that he was sanctioned to do?
He was He was actually making sure that certain things was taken care of. Like, he was like in the forefront of the responsible shit of what the president was supposed to do.
Oh, so he was there to babysit. Okay.
He was babysitting. What was Miss Harris doing? You said
she was adult sitting. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. What was she doing?
I told you one thing she was doing.
One.
That's enough. One is enough. Because you have yet to tell me what Mike Pence did. What was his initiative? What was the reason why he came on there? Was it to get abortion abolished? Like, what was he there for? What was the reason why he was the chosen one?
everybody knows why Mike Pence was the chosen one.
I don't. Why was he chosen?
Mike Pence was the chosen one because he was and okay, this is my opinion. So we can put the issue we talk allegedly all that on the bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Boom. These are alleged. Mike Pence. From my opinion, what I found out about him was he was the guy that Mike Pence is gay. Mike Pence actually had to he went through Pray the Gay Away. So he went through he had to go through the whole initiative of pushing that forward of not only Pray the Gay Away of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. He was the forefront of all of that shit.
He was the poster child.
He was the poster child of all that. Like, yeah, if you just go repent, like if you go repent, you ain't got to suck another dick if you repent.
All is forgiven if you repent.
Come on, man. Let's act like we don't. Let's act like we really know what I'm saying, the truth. Like,
he was there for the anti-gay initiative, I guess.
He was because he was the person who was reformed, quote unquote, from being gay. Of course, he probably had way more shit going on than the fucking series scandal had popping.
Well, shit, they should have had Andrew Caldwell on that motherfucker here. I'm not gay no more. I don't like men's no more. I like women.
Why you think he got so famous? Why you think he got so famous? You think black people pushed that through? It was a bunch of white people like that shit and pushed it through because they already know what Mike Pence was on.
Right.
Like, let's keep it 100. Like, the reason why he got famous because that was the norm after that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it totally a bean.
That's tough. That is tough.
This is what it is. Why you think a lot of that shit got passed?
Because he's not gay no more.
Why do you think a lot of things got passed as far as gay rights and all that shit? They always want to throw Obama in it, but it's so funny. Obama was out of office, and that shit was still getting pushed through.
It was getting pushed through.
Yeah, exactly. You see where I'm going with this?
It's funny. All right.
I'm just saying, like, people look at me and be like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, man, just think about it, though. Just think about that, though.
Yeah.
Because the president before you know, they can sanction laws and wow. But that gotta get pushed through by you, though.
Yeah. All right. So Rashad says, I feel Trump was a better candidate. Wow. Then he said, talk about Young Thug and his 15 years probation. We talked about Young Thug on the last episode.
We did.
Yeah. And now he wants to come on the show. You want Rashad to come on the show?
That's cool.
All right.
Like, what he like?
Yeah. Okay, Rashad, I'll send you the link. Hold on.
But moving on, I want to say this.
Because
I want to get off Trump or Miss Harris or the what happened. What I will say is this: for as anybody is concerned, this is for the next 4 years. This should be a major way for you to understand where the U.S. lies and where you should do. And what I will tell you, what you should do is start investing. Trump is in office, so the first thing you need to start doing is investing in defense. And then the next thing you should do is invest in crypto, because Elon Musk is going to be a part of the cabinet.
Yeah.
So start investing in cryptocurrency. And then what I want you to do outside of that, which I'm trying to figure out now, because it's a lot of fraudulent things going on, but start investing in actual tangible goods, golds and silvers. And that's not saying that we're going to go into like a World War III or any of that. I'm just saying do that because it's really not about us. At one point, I really want people to understand this. The people that are watching us, listening to the Ish We Talk, it's not about us. It's about the kids that we have. So start investing in these things that I said, because it ain't about us receiving funds or trying to see generational wealth. It's about actually making sure that our children are able to manifest generational wealth. I think we at the point where unless we become millionaires, we'll never be able to generate financial wealth for our family. But our children will, when we start investing in things like I said, defense, altcoins, and also gold and silver. Because these next 4 years, that shit's gonna skyrocket. And the only way you're gonna be able to even compete with those rich boys is if you have a little bit of those.
Yeah, I agree. So Tony says, I can't lie and say I'm not afraid of what's gonna happen for the next 4 years, but hopefully we all still good. Does anyone think he cheated? I don't think he cheated. I don't think he cheated.
He didn't cheat. You actually seen racist people actually say, fuck it, we gonna stand up for this.
Yeah. I think race played into it way more than people want to admit. I definitely think that. But him cheating, no.
I don't think he cheated. I think as far as black people are concerned, I think we were always second fiddle to this whole election, on which we think we have a purpose in. This lady has always said that she was she started off as saying that she was the first East Asian vice president. She started off as that, and then she panhandled to black people to make them vote for her. Like, she never was for and that's no downplay to Miss Harris. And I really want to, when I say that, I really want y'all to understand that everybody that wants to be the president, they all panhandle to black folks. That's what they do. So I'm not downplaying on that. What I'm saying is, she never ever said that she was doing anything for us. Ever. Even when they pulled her black card, she still said she's not doing things just for black folks. I really want people to understand that, like, as much as people, like, for my end, for why I'm hurt that she didn't win is because I'm hurt she didn't win because on a standpoint of, if she was really true to being a woman, she all of the things that they are trying to push forward as far as women's concerned, she would have had a backbone in that. That's it. That's all. That is the only thing that I'm fighting for. Other than that, she never had an agenda for y'all.
Yeah. You know, I don't know shit. I just know it was a steep hill to climb in 100 days. But yeah.
Both of them was on the devil that you choose. None of them had, and this is what I'm saying for black folks.
Mm-hmm.
None of them had a plan for you. And two, and as far as black folk, and again, because I'm never telling a black folk person not to vote. What I am saying is, don't vote for shit that ain't for you. Until people have an absolute, thing for you,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you should vote for.
Okay.
Like, period. Like,
and
now,
that's fair.
As far as your city and your county, and then your state is concerned, yes, vote for that because that's where you're at. That's what's gonna make the most things run through.
Yeah.
When it comes when it comes federal, if it's not beneficial federally,
mm-hmm.
you don't vote for that. You don't vote for that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
That's what you do. Okay. So you vote locally, you don't vote in the general presidential election.
I vote locally.
Yeah.
And then
but you didn't even go at all this time, right?
I didn't go at all this time. I totally was just like out for all this.
Yeah. And it was a whole lot of local stuff. Like the only thing that was national was the presidential part. But everything else was local.
Yeah.
But we have shot on the show. Say hello.
What up?
Now listen. Now if you gonna come in here, if you gonna be on your Charlie Christmas tree,
I'm gonna be on my best behavior, man.
Nah, I want you to be authentically you. But if you get in here and you just be like, yeah, man, whatever, we ain't having it. Like, you gotta be you. My nigga, the last time we had a conversation, you was authentically you. You gotta be you.
I got you, big pimp. I got you, homie.
So, anywho, that's the election, and we are moving on. So, next up, what should we talk about next, guys? Yeah. All right. Well, we can talk about Shaboozey. So, Shaboozey.
That nigga said who?
You don't
know who Shaboozey is?
I don't know these type of niggas, man. Shaboozey.
Nah, Shaboozey a real nigga.
Who is he though?
He's a
country artist.
He a country artist.
Yeah.
Okay. I like country music. Okay, then let's talk about it.
Nah, he a real nigga.
About Shaboozey. He did a country version of Tipsy. Everybody in the club. He black. He black than a motherfucker. He got wigs and everything.
Okay. Where he from?
His mama. I don't know. Shit. I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, he is from his mama.
I don't know where Shaboozey from, but yeah. So he his song is like on the top of the charts. It's been on the top of the charts for like 17 weeks, I think. I think the only person that's had a song on the top of the charts longer than him is Lil Nas X with Old Town Road. And I think he's about to tie him. But he has the song, I think it's called the bar song, Tipsy. But he pretty much redid what's his name? Jaquan's Tipsy from like 20 years ago. So yeah, The song is like a huge
That song we was in high
hit.
school with.
Huh?
Sorry, that song we listened to in high school. That
Yeah.
what we call it? I think I know.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he just remade that. He
He
remade
made it
that,
a
but
country
country
song.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he made it a country song. It's a really big hit. He performed at the BET Awards and he brought out Jaquan. But yeah, so he got nominated for a whole bunch of CMA awards. The CMA Awards show that also snubbed Beyonce didn't nominate her for shit, and she had a #1 country album. So I don't understand that, but whatever. So he got nominated for like 20 something CMAs, did not get one, and everybody is like, "Yep, sounds about white."
That's because they not finna let the CMA turn into the BET award. You seen the last BET award? That shit look like the Paseo look award show they be having out there.
Not for sale.
You know what I'm talking about? That little shit, the Kansas City awards and shit.
Oh damn.
That shit look like
Hey, listen. I'm gonna shoot that down right now. What we not about to do.
Hey, no disrespect to the town. No disrespect to the town.
Hey, what we not about to do. Because the Kansas City Awards, I respect all of them.
Hey, much respect. What I'm saying, much respect. I ain't talking down on the town. I never do that. But what I'm saying
I
is,
get what you're saying.
BET, like, okay, we expect that from the whatever that KC award shit.
It's good. It's good for the KC Awards, but BET absolutely not. I get what you're saying. It's not a dig. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
I never.
Oh Lord!
I never disrespect the town, man. Ever in my life, I disrespect the town, right?
Because the Kansas City,
and I ain't even see the award. I just saw, you know how they show shit on the internet after the shit over with. And,
yeah, I got
you know, I was like, damn, they look like they ain't got them me, look like they got them me, Central's High School Court or something.
Kansas City People's Choice Awards is always dope.
I mean, from what I've seen, I've never been, but from what I've seen, it looks like it is a good production. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do it on a cheap budget.
They don't do it on the cheap budget.
But in the same breath, I also understand what Shad is saying. We don't expect BET to be on the same budget as the KC Awards. Like if we saw the BET Awards on the same level at the Scottish Rite Temple, we will be having an issue. So I get what you're saying. Like it's not a dig, but we expect way more from the BET Awards, especially because it's been around for 20 years. So I get it.
Like back when we was younger, man, the BET Awards was something that you get in front of the TV and watch. Nowadays, it's like
it ain't shit, especially the Hip Hop Award, because the Hip Hop Awards was in a damn club, and they had no presenters. Like it was whack.
So shut up.
The fact that you mentioned the Scottish Rite Temple.
Well, I know they had it there one year. I don't know if they still have it there. But
the fact that you mentioned that.
Now you would have a problem if the BET Awards is in the Scottish Rite Temple.
She put the
like, you know what? Like, you know what? Yeah. All right, you know, listen.
And I've performed at the Scottish Rite Temple before. It's no shade. I've performed there before. It's no shade. But
it definitely ain't no shade to the Scottish Rite Temple.
No, it's not. It's not.
But that is
like watching the March.
Yeah,
everybody's start.
It's everybody's start because I mean they get a good deal on it. Shit.
Who won some awards? Who won like the awards this year for BET or whatever? Who best rapper, best album, whatever.
So we talking about the Country Music Awards. They it was a bunch of artists. The thing is, my man, he got snubbed for every award.
He got snubbed.
The thing about it was it was even a guy that literally said that like one artist that won like I think it was
Let me see if I can switch this around. Oh, there you
go. Best artist of the year. He was like the guy that won best artist of the year was like snubbing him the whole way, the whole time he was trying to like make like the whole time this nigga Shaboozey was trying to make a name for himself. The guy that won, they was like he was always outshining him, and he was like and like because he had to respond because one dude was like, you know, the dude that won what was it, best artist, he was like, yeah, he been stepping on his neck the whole time. He was like, ain't nobody stepping on my motherfucking neck.
Right. And then somebody said, somebody's producer got up there and said, yeah, such and such been kicking Shaboozey. Like, what? What are you saying?
Yeah, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, my nigga,
like
ain't
nobody
been
uses
stepping on
Shaboozey.
me.
Right, but it was like nobody uses Shaboozey as a slang term for ass. So what are you trying to say? So it was weird. So I have a comment from a watcher from TikTok. It says, okay, I joined late. One of those voices sound like Dave Tolliver from Men at Large.
One of whose voices?
Which fucking voice, nigga?
I don't know. They didn't say. That's the reason why I was like, hold on, let me flip this camera around.
Who the fuck is Dave Tolliver?
Dave Tolliver from Men at Large.
Dave Tolliver? Like my
I'm
nigga.
so alone.
Was that a movie or a singing group or something?
That was a singing group.
Singing group from back in the day.
Oh, okay. I remember. I think I remember that name now. Man, Lord. Okay, they had like a hit.
Yeah,
like, they had a couple hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Since they made it big, I don't know if that's a dig or a compliment.
That's what I was about to say. Like, who sounded like that?
I don't know, but like on
TikTok,
TikTok, they only
after whose voice sound like that.
I mean, if they can hear. So they said it's no dig. It said y'all know him. LOL is no dig. But which voice, Don? Which voice?
Which one? Like, my name is right there. My name is Lily right there.
It's not up right now. So so he says, I'm sorry, but unpopular opinion, I didn't care about Beyonce not being nominated because technically she's not country. However, I at least wanted to see actual Black artists. And I think we just need to get our own awards. They ain't gonna acknowledge us for the music we created, but we need to start acknowledging ourselves and stop looking for their validation.
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
I do too.
100% agree. I don't understand why we generate so much money for this economy. Why do we sit there and think that we are going to give white people accolades? Why don't we just make our own?
Man, I think the reason is now I think they're basically gatekeepers. And I'm saying that because we know that we have individuals in the Black community that they can all come together and we can have something of our own. I think that it's not us. I think that certain people are attached to strings that we can't see. You know what I mean? And so they only let us get so far. You know what I mean? Like when the pimp was trying to do it 10 years ago or however many years ago, they killed him. They had one of us kill him. So when people when they do see someone that's really speaking out and really opening eyes, they go ahead and knock them off and get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? I really honestly believe that it's not as easy as it sounds. You know what I mean? I truly believe that. I believe that it's something we can only go so far unless we take somebody out or take some people out or whatever the case may be.
And so I'm glad you said that, because for me, I believe it is exactly as easy as it sounds. The thing is, when you say it's as easy as it sounds, you have to actually understand that we don't have to rely on America, period. It's like we gotta think. Black people influence so much stuff. If it wasn't for black blues music, we wouldn't even have the Beatles.
Right,
So
right.
we have to understand that, like, at one point in our life, we got to go through this. This shit ain't gonna make money for us here.
Right, right.
We got to realize that we so caught up, and America knows that. That's why America does what it does to us, because as all the talent and everything that we got here, the majority of it is always going to be staying stagnant because they don't think they can maintain somewhere outside of America.
Right.
We have to understand that in order to make a conglomerate of ourselves, we have to go outside ourselves.
Copy that.
We're caught up in this because that's the slavery mentality. And that's what they wanted us to do. If you read books about how to make a slave, we're so caught up in we can't leave America. If one of us, and I mean literally one of us, said, hey, I'm getting the fuck out of here and I'm going to make a name for myself. All he has to do is literally make a name for himself, and he can pull 10 more people. And then those 10 people can bring 10 more people.
Not if they got not if the United States have already put them in the system. They got to if they don't, you can't leave the United States if you a felon, if you on probation, parole. Once they make you a slave, homie, they got ways to keep you a slave.
100%. I'm 100% agreeing with that. But the thing is, the ones that are not,
copy,
has to go.
Copy that.
Like
Copy
they said it off the flip, bro. My mother told me this a long time ago. My mama said, when you go places, you have to realize everybody can't go with you.
This is true.
Copy that. Copy that.
I ain't saying I can't take care of my niggas. What I'm saying is all of the niggas ain't gonna be able to go with me though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying.
That's the thing. You gotta take the risk, bro. When I say this, I mean it so much, and I want to say it to my interweb people that are listening to me. Like, I don't be saying shit just to be saying shit. I be looking up certain shit. Like I found out, and so I really want to. I want to say this because I want to see I want people to see the downfall about certain things. Ghana is asking every nigga from America to come there. Ghana wants you to be there.
Hey, we had this conversation on one of the shows before. Go ahead though. My bad. Go ahead though.
Nah, you good. You good. But but what Ghana ain't telling you is you can't just buy land when you get to Ghana because it's tribal. You got to make sure you talk to a chief first before you buy land, and then you got to go to the government official, because you know what these chiefs and these niggas been doing. And I'm gonna say these niggas because I'm gonna keep it 100. How the fuck shit has been going on. These niggas sell land to 4 niggas, and they'll sell you that land for $150,000, and they'll sell it to 4 other people for $50,000. And so you'll go out there and be fucked up because you ain't got shit because it's 4 niggas fighting over.
Yeah.
And you spent your last on it. This is the thing I'm telling you. It's like, as much as I'm saying we supposed to get out here, this is the thing that you're gonna have to realize when you get out there. but you should realize that already because niggas been fucking you over already. They been fucking you over here.
Right. Yeah.
So you should be ready for that.
You right, homie. When you right, you right.
You just gotta have it. You just gotta have enough collateral, enough money, and that's the thing that people don't tell you. Everybody always be like, money don't make you happy. That's a broke nigga that made that assumption.
A broke nigga who got comfortable with being broke.
Exactly. That's a broke nigga that made that assumption.
So you think that money 100% makes you happy?
Money ain't gonna make you happy, but you know what money's gonna do? Acquire you things to make you happy. Because money can acquire you land, and then you don't have to fuck with money no more. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. And you know
still
what?
Have to fuck with money though.
You said what?
You still have to fuck with money. What do you mean?
Nah, once you acquire that land, now I don't got to deal with nobody else's money. That money is mine. So if I only make $2 off this land, it's already paid for. I'm good with that $2.
But you still got to pay taxes on the land. That never goes away.
But that's always going to be taken care of because if I get $2 a day, I'm gonna make sure that the taxes every year is taken care of. See,
well, the $2 a day is not gonna handle it when inflation comes and gentrification comes. Boom. That's not gonna handle the property tax.
And this is what I'm saying. See, this is the problem that I always tell every black person. You always figure out the downfall. You never figure out the contingencies. So for you to say that, I would say if I got 10 acres of land and I've been maintaining these 10 acres of land, just living because I have actual property, which is actually money value. By the time it comes to a point where I have to spend money, then the land pays for it. Either I dish off a little bit of this land, or whatever I have on this land, I'm going to pay for this land. This is what white people have been doing for years. Niggas.
But you said $2. I'm saying $2 is not going to be. It's not going to
because I'm just throwing out a number.
Yeah, and that number is not going to help.
Okay, so even if I throw out a number of $2, I'm not even throwing out what the land I have. So even if I'm only making $2 because I'm not doing shit, imagine when I start doing shit, how much money I can make off of this.
Well, yeah. Now the land will prevent you from ever being broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the thing I be trying to tell people, and I'm like, this don't even have to be here. Like we do it here, and we sanction ourselves here. But if you go, so say for instance. Mm-hmm. I say this because we're strictly gonna stick on Africa.
We are supposed to be talking about Shaboozey.
We talking about Shaboozey.
Shaboozey must be African, but continue.
Man, I still don't even know who Shaboozey is.
Shaboozey.
So let's say this. So let's say I got 10 acres. I bought 10 acres of land in Africa. The first thing I had to do was go to a tribe because land in Africa is tribal. You can't just buy from the government. That's the black market shit you can buy from the government, and then they'll tell you the Yoruba tribe owns this. So you'll pay $10,000 to the government, and then you'll turn around and have to pay another $10,000 to the Yoruba tribe. So let's.
I gotta pay two mortgages.
Exactly.
So I gotta pay to live there and then pay to live there.
So let's play it 100.
Pay to live there.
That's what a lot of people get fucked up with. So the thing is, what you need to do is you need to find out who owns the land because it's always tribal. And once you find out who owns the land, you deal with them, and then you bring that contract to the government. They cannot tax you with that.
Okay.
and I say this because I have no land in Africa, but I've actually did the research on how to own land in Africa because that's what I
So
want to do.
Is this one
how
of
do I
those
get in
hit
contact
blunts
with the
moment?
club?
You said what, Lindsay?
I said, is this one of those hits blunt moment when you like getting high and then you just like, oh, let me see what you got to do to buy some land in Africa.
Yeah, because I'm so wondering, like, man, how you
You
know
know
about
what?
how to buy land in Africa? How you know about
It
these
wasn't
shit?
even that. It wasn't even that. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I found out about this. I found out about this because I wanted to know what the tax, what the credit, how credit works in Africa. Like, can you can you buy land off credit? And then I found out that credit doesn't mean shit in Africa.
So you can't go over there and be like, I got a 750.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
They need money up front. And so when I found out about that, that's when I started deep diving. And I realized that buying money.
You was gonna use your credit to go buy some land in Africa.
Yeah, you would never be able to do that.
No, I'm saying is that what your plan was initially, to go use your credit?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I'm gonna take out a mortgage in Accra.
You know what? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I did. I was like, shit. When I did my finances, I was like, well, shit. If it costs, if you have a good credit score and you can buy a house for that costs $450,000, all you need is a $15,000 down payment. I said, well, shit, how much did that cost in Africa? And that's how I went through this deep dive. Because I was like, if $15,000 to give me $450,000 worth of house here, what will $450,000 get me in Africa? And then and then that's in a deep dive. I found out credit don't mean shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't mean a
Because
goddamn.
I guess technically, if you got good credit over here in the United States, it's like when you go to Africa on the hood level. It's like, all right, homeboy, shit, you good over there. Your credit good over there, but you in a whole other country, homie. We don't know who the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, they won't cash up front. When I say they won't cash up front, this is what they do. I don't give a fuck if you from there or if you come over there. They gonna tell you this. Even if you say you renting the spot and it's a dope ass spot, they tell you they want a year advance. Ain't no credit check.
So I'm saying, I go to Africa, I want to buy a house. House costs $500K. I got to give them $500K cash, or like what we doing here?
You got to give them $500K cash for the land.
Okay.
So
really in Africa you buying land. You not that you in Africa, fuck where the house the house is there, but we selling you this piece of land.
Exactly. So that's what I was about to say. So if you got 500 grand to drop on a house here, what you need to do is figure out when you go to Africa how much 100 grand is going to get you in acres in Africa, because that's what's going to start you. Because the first thing you need to do is buy the land. And then once you buy the land, what you need to do, and this is real shit, I don't know about every part in Africa, but I know about Ghana, because Ghana and Tanzania is what I've been looking at. Ghana and Tanzania, what you need to do is build a wall first, because once you build a wall, that's how people know they can't buy your land.
Build a wall. Build a wall.
So build a wall, so like when I buy my land, I gotta build a wall, like to say, hey, this is my land.
Yep, to say that's your land.
Shit, goddamn.
And then you start building your house.
Okay. All right. And so when can I take the wall down?
You said what, bro?
When can I take the wall down? What if I don't want no more wall? What if
Nah, that wall got to be there.
Goddamn.
Understand that this shit is tribal. So if you don't have that, if you take that wall down because you want to have a nice house and you don't want no wall there, then you understand that tribal law says that they can run up in your shit and fight you. If they beat you, they got your land.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I ain't trying to fight no tribe to keep my house
Now,
line.
that's not saying that it's going. That's not saying that that's going to happen because this is New Age Africa. That's not saying. But but this is what people have been doing. They've been making sure that they build the wall to make sure that, hey, check this out. Everybody knows this is my land.
This is my land. Okay.
And then you build like now, if you buy land outside of that, then you just build the wall further. All of them will tell you that they'll build the wall further.
Akon ain't had no wall around his house. Why he got who he cool with?
Akon ain't in Ghana.
Ah, okay. You did say you. Okay, you did say go. You did say you.
Akon is like Senegal, right?
Yeah. And even in synagogue is a whole different thing. Synagogue is surrounded by walls.
Mm-hmm. Why I got to be around all these walls?
Well, so
to keep the Mexicans out. Duh.
So the reason why you build walls, and the only reason is because of this and this only. When you go to Africa, all of those, all the land is owned by tribes. So the first thing you have to do is you have to go to whoever runs the tribe in order to get the land. And then when you get the land, you have to build a wall around that because it was owned by a tribe. So if someone actually decides to, because they don't do it now, and it's a backwater way of thinking. That's why credit is so brand new to them. But it's such a backwater way of thinking of if someone tries to invade, they can't invade you because you have a wall.
Man, shit, nigga, we invade. Hey, no getting. So a wall gonna keep me from being invaded.
Basically, how it's very out of the ordinary how they do things.
Okay,
I don't know about everybody else, but I know about Ghana. Because I know Ghana's owned by different tribes, so you actually have to buy from the tribe.
So what if I get into it with the tribe? Okay, bet. You own 50-50 Prospect or whatever, wherever you at. All right, so in order for me to buy my house in the city, in the hood, I gotta holler at you and your nigga. Now, boom, y'all say, bet, I can buy my house there. Then 2-3 years within, I get into it with one of y'all. If I get into it with the tribe, I gotta move. I gotta take my wall down. Or y'all gonna just what?
Nah, it'll never work out that way. It'll never work out that way. The chief have to sanction that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The chief will have to sanction it. It's a rival, like right there. Like
yeah, so basically it's more than just money to get you some land. It's more of the story. It's more than just money to get you some land. Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is that we value money way more than other countries.
Of course, but you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I did.
Yeah. And we built a culture to where money makes things better and makes things go away and fixes problems and all kinds of stuff. And the rest of the world don't operate like that.
Right.
So would y'all rather leave the United States? Would y'all want to leave the United States?
Leave the United States? I'm not 100% down with leaving the United States.
I wouldn't leave 100%.
Giving up your citizenship.
I would
never say give up your citizenship. I would always say wherever you go to, you should have dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship, yeah. That's yeah. I'll never give up my citizenship.
You should never. You should never give up because of course they're never gonna give black people reparations here. But what I will say is you should never give up your citizenship here because it is actually the land of the free. As much as we don't think so, it is 100% the land. Like whatever happens, whatever country you go to, whatever continent you go to, if you really get to the meat and potatoes of it, we're free. Our money just ain't.
And I'm not about to go down that rabbit hole because I have a whole nother theory about the word free when it comes to America. But
yeah, our money just ain't
that
free.
is
We're
a
free. Our money just
no,
ain't
no,
free.
no. Because I don't think that. So that's a whole nother topic for another show. But good luck to Shaboozey at the Grammys. How about that?
Yeah, that was that went totally.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they don't know. I'm sure they like Shot and they don't know who Shaboozey is in Africa either. So let's move on.
In my Lil Wayne voice, woo!
Right.
Yeah, I ain't even heard that name before.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. There's this one dude I watch on YouTube. Every time he talks about Shaboozey, he goes, Shaboozey.
Okay. Shout out to Shaboozey.
Shaboozey good. I'm not gonna downplay him. He got some good songs.
No, I ain't gonna downplay him either, but is as popular as Tipsy is, I have to admit I have not heard the song from beginning to end. I've only seen like clips of it and clips of the video and stuff. But to actually have listened to the song from beginning
What's
to
the name of the song?
It's called Bar Song and then in parentheses Tipsy.
Okay, good. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try to check it out when I, you know what I'm saying. I might do it tonight. I don't know. Check it out. Listen to a few seconds of it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's him.
No, man. I'm still tripping off this build a wall in Africa thing though. I was really thinking about that kind of stuff. I didn't know you had to do that. I didn't know you had to do that. And then the Shaboozey thing. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Where everybody go?
I'm right here. So yeah, so let's move on.
I ain't left nowhere.
Yeah. So yeah, let's
turn my
move
camera
on.
out.
We have a couple of more updates. So one update is that we've talked about what's his face? What is his name? Jonathan Majors. Yeah. We talked about Jonathan Majors on this show before and given updates. So there's a new update with him is that him and American Good are engaged. So congrats to them. And also, what's his face? Oh yeah. His name, the girl that accused him of his ex-girlfriend.
Of accusing him of what?
The ex-girlfriend, the reason why he's out in all this legal trouble. So she dropped the civil suit. So yeah.
That's because she knows she wrong. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody dropping no case if they truly believe that they should, even start that case. Ain't nobody can. I ain't gonna start no case, period. But I'm ain't nobody finna drop no case. I don't know what it did. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what they got going on, man. I don't know what they got going on, man. But from what I seen, he never should have had it, man.
It never should have happened.
It never should have happened in the first place. 100%.
You're correct.
And and this is just my opinion. It has nothing to do with the issue we talk, but I mean that's what happens when you start fucking with those snow bunnies.
Yeah,
It is. You got it. You really, when you fuck with snow bunnies, because I'm not telling you that you ain't supposed to. I ain't telling you that that's something that you can't do. But when you do it, you got to do it on a certain level.
Hey, can I ask? Let me. I think I know what you're saying, man. It's like what I feel. What you're saying is because what I think is, if you gonna date a snow bunny, man, you better be a hell of an alpha nigga. Because if you a weak motherfucker, man, they gonna take you.
I won't say that. What I will say is this. I will say if you are messing with a snow bunny, make sure that you are a snow bunny affiliated. Like, make sure that you are ready to deal with snow bunny antics. That's it. It's just like it's just so easy for you to get caught up in bullshit, fucking with a white woman or fucking with a white man as a black woman. Because I'm never gonna sugarcoat it. It's like same rules apply to my black women who be like, nah, get you a white man. All right, yeah, get you a white man. You know what that white man ain't gonna do? Deal with that shit that Tyrone did if you just on some bullshit. Like you really have to know what you're doing when you get on that side. Like, because even getting on that side, and again, this is just my opinion, even getting on that side makes you downplay yourself on a certain level. So make sure that you know what you have to do.
Well, all right. Well, hold on. Before I ask my question, Tohi says, fake relationship, fake engagement. Let's see if they make it down the aisle. Wouldn't be surprised if they break up after this. I'm not surprised by too much anything nowadays, to be honest.
Like, yeah, anything is possible.
Man, I thought it was a publicity stunt at first, but I don't see. I mean, I mean, she been with him through the thick and through the thin thus far. I think that she might have feelings for him.
She might have feelings for him, or she might have the feelings of, at one point in life when Jonathan Majors became really famous, he was making 1.2 million every time he did a commercial or a movie. So she might be caught up in that, because once that stopped, they didn't recoup the money that they got from him. So he was at least 5 or 6 million strong.
Who was she with before, dude? Before Buddy? Who was she with?
The preacher.
The preacher dude. Okay, that preacher dude. Okay, you right. Okay. And then they split, and then she got with Jonathan Majors, and then Jonathan Majors beat up his girlfriend, and then she took his side.
And she took his side. Because
he did not beat up his girlfriend. Like,
let's not say. You see how that girl was running for her life down that street?
She was running after him. She wasn't running.
Like, he was running for his life, sir.
I'm saying she was running.
He was running for his life.
He was her life.
Oh, wow.
At first, I thought you was making it seem like he was beating her up. Like, no, like that. Now, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
He was definitely running for her life. He was like, wait a minute, nigga, I love you.
Yeah. You feel? You gotta be between my lines, huh? But nah, man, man, shout out to Jonathan, and shout out to Megan, man. I think cause see, they so caught up on looks, and he don't look like he would be her type and all that, but she might really love Buddy.
She might.
I mean, it was awkward because, like, black women wasn't his type. So no matter how beautiful they are, because Megan is beautiful.
Yeah, it just looks a certain type of way. But the mentality that nigga's on, and the way that she perceives her, that we perceive her, that might be a match, but I don't know.
Do you believe in my dreams like Coretta, bitch? Like,
right? It's like I'll be thinking about that too. Like I'll be thinking, like, do he really like look her dead in the face? Like, do he look her dead in the face and be like, nah, I really do need you to be like, you know what I'm saying, like my Coretta Scott, bitch. Like,
right.
I need you to do that.
No, that nigga don't even talk like that.
We heard him. It was on tape. But no,
he said that for real?
Yeah,
he talked like that.
Yeah, I'm saying he said it like that.
No, he didn't say it like how. No, that was a rap song. But
no, so Jonathan didn't say. I'm saying Jonathan.
Jonathan told the white girl that she needed to be his Coretta that she needed to be Coretta to his Martin.
But I'm saying, did he tell the white girl like my boy said it right here? Like, I need you to be my Coretta Scott, bitch.
No, he didn't say it like that.
No, but
he
said
it
say,
without cuss
I
words.
need you to be my Coretta to my Martin.
Now see, it depends. Now see, if he said that shit like a lame, if he would have said that shit,
he was lecturing.
If he would have said that shit like you said that shit, she probably would have got down with it.
You are so.
I'm saying, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, man.
Either way you say it, I'm gonna keep it real with you, and this is just my opinion. Either way you say it, that bitch should leave you. If you have that conversation, that bitch should walk away from you right then and there. If you tell the bitch, I need you to be my Coretta, she needs to get up and walk the fuck away.
Just walk out. Just walk out.
And that's just me. And that's just my opinion. Because
I'm saying, he got his Coretta Scott now.
Because you are definitely not Martin, my nigga.
Right, dude. Like you play in films. What are you doing that's Martin-esque?
Not even that you play in films. The fact that Martin was fucking white bitches on the side.
That's
the closest you got to Martin. Y'all both black, and y'all.
You are not Martin. You told a white bitch that.
Right. He didn't tell Megan that. He told the white bitch that.
Hey man, why that man can't tell that woman? Why he can't? Hey man, don't hate on that man, man. That man told that woman the best line he could think of, when she still didn't go for it.
Martin Luther King got us. He got fucked up and killed because he was talking to an informant that he was fucking, and she was a white bitch. Like this is the truth. Like you can't turn around and tell any white woman that, because this it just you
gonna be like that. She gonna be like that. Come on with.
You telling her to set you up.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like,
you telling her to get you shot. Like you telling her, I need you to be my Coretta Scott. Coretta Scott didn't say shit and let the shit happen.
Man.
Okay, I got you.
Like I don't know. That's my. I be looking at certain things like that. I'm like, it just don't pan out right.
Yeah.
You know. So Tohi says, please, it was a stunt to gain support of black women. He lost everything, and black women were ripping his ass up when they found out about who he was with. I find it funny that they pop out of the woodwork being together when he's going through his legal trouble. Yeah. A lot of people found that funny. And Yellowbug is here. She says, "Hey, I'm back. Hey, Yellowbug, what's going on, girl?"
How did they meet? How did they link? How did him and the girl link?
I have no idea how they met. How him and Megan Good met? You talking about? Yeah, I have no idea.
So, in my opinion, I don't know nothing. But in my opinion was, what this nigga was doing was he was just slanging big dick during through the industry, and he was fucking with white bitches. He was loving white bitches, but every now and then, he fucked with a black bitch. And that's what he was doing. And when I say black bitch or white bitch, I mean the exact equivalent of what I'm talking about. I ain't saying woman or anything. I mean that. I mean that's what he was doing. He was slanging dick to white bitches, and then he started slanging, and he was slanging dick on the side to black bitches. That's what it was. He was like really being in his comfort zone with white hoes, and then on the side, like I fuck, man, little you know what I'm saying, little black bitch come through, bop bop bop, I fuck her, and then when the shit hit the fan, one of his little black bitches that was on the roster happened to be Megan Good. I'ma just keep it 100. That's how I look at it, and then that's how he stuck with it. Like boom. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna do this. Whoa.
And he been knocking Megan down.
I heard like a little rumor that because the white girl was tripping with him in the back of a cab because she said that he was texting other women. So I heard that that's who he was texting was Megan.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He had he had Megan Good on his roster.
Yeah.
And she felt a little way about that. And then that's what caused the whole thing. And that's why she's sticking by his side.
Oh wow. Okay, so hold on. We got a sidebar. So Yellow Bud says nothing, just chilling. I had the flu. And she said, "Oh, I got some tea."
What's the tea?
She said, "Remember Starshine, who was on with her? She filtered her pics to look mixed or Hispanic, but is a whole white, chunky, very chunky, freckled face girl." The one that was asking you the questions about her son.
Oh,
yeah, that's who Starshine is.
Hold on, so she changed her race?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
She changed her size and her race.
Yeah.
Damn, that motherfucker's doing that shit on here.
So how dare
motherfuckers
you
be catfishing like a motherfucker? Yeah.
How dare you go against?
Hey man, y'all ever how does a motherfucker get cat like me? I can't get catfish because the shit I'm gonna have you doing, it's gonna be hard to catfish me. So how do people go all these days and months and years? Like, you know what I'm saying? How could she catfish somebody?
Have you ever watched the show?
I have not really like that. I mean, I know what show you're talking about, but I ain't never just really watched a full episode from beginning to end. But what I'm saying is,
bet that's what we watching. So
we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we gonna watch that because the shit is funny. Because my favorite episode, you should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
But what I'm saying, okay, hold on, okay, so check this out. So let's say I'm talking to you. Let's say you catfishing me. You ashamed of whatever you ashamed of.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you, hey, send me a picture. And we've been talking for 4, 5, 6 months, and then now the pictures are starting to get a little bit more provocative.
Mm-hmm.
Where you getting these provocative pictures from as a woman?
Getting them. See, the way that they have done it is that, like, how people have like are relatively popular or whatever, and they post a lot of their pics of themselves or whatnot. So what people do is they take the pics off of other people's actual profiles and they act like it's them. So it could be somebody totally different. But if you're you and you don't be on social media like that to know who's a popular content creator or Instagram model or anything like that, then it's easy for me to catfish you because you're not in the know. So if I send you a picture of of Shaboozey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who Shaboozey is, so you can think that's me all day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
God
And then
damn.
some people be filtering the fuck out of their pictures to where what they look like in real life is like the person's mama or auntie or something like that is in the picture because they made themselves look younger. They made themselves look like if they're like got a whole bunch of like craters or acne or something like that, they may have filtered it to where they look smoother. If their face is real fat, they may have slimmed it down. If they got circles, they may erase them, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the people be filtering the fuck out of their pictures.
I'm gonna give you one even better, big dog. Just so you can be aware of this. I just had to just because this is really hitting home. I had to tell one of my homeboys this. AI is so dope where they will infuse your face on another body. Where that body can be anything. Like I literally had to tell one of my dudes that's locked up, like, that's not the bitch. And I hate it just to even to keep it transparent with everybody. Like, I hated to say that, and I was like, the only reason why I know that is because nigga, I know this scene. I know what happens in this scene, and I'm like, nigga, this she sent you a picture where she's about to get fucked. This not her. I know the bitch it was fucked in this scene. Wasn't her. Like, she just put her face on a body. And I was like, nope, that ain't it. She put her face on the body and took a picture, and I'm like, no, and I sent him the video, the real video with the whole thing, the dress, everything that she had, and he was like, damn. He was like, what? He was like, I was about to send her $100, and I was like, you don't.
Wow.
They catfishing you.
Yeah.
That ain't. I said I can guarantee you that's probably a nigga sending that to you.
You're right.
He was
right.
so upset. He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you probably been jacking off to a nigga right now, my nigga."
But yeah, there's a lot of signs. There's a lot of signs that will lead someone towards the road of, yeah, I might be catfish. Like if they always have an excuse on why they can't video chat or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why they can't meet up. You know, like if it's always some excuse. I've only seen one episode where all the excuses ended up being legit. It really was the person. And it's like the excuses were those typical I'm being catfish excuses, but they were legit. But that's only one time out of like hundreds of episodes. So yeah.
That was the thing. And you know what's so fucked up? Even me saying that shit, and that nigga turned around and was like, well, shit, I'm lying to her too, because shit, I'm in jail. I'm like, nigga, that's a dude. That's a fucking dude, nigga.
So that's a dude and he in jail. Hell, they are match made in heaven. So
I literally had to say, I'm like, no, nigga, that's a real life. That's gotta be a dude.
Right. So she got some more tea. So check this out. She says, and she was asking folks for money. She said they be wilding around these parts. She sent filter pics. But she said, I'ma be the truth comes to the light. I'm gonna be in the truth when it comes to the light. Or I'm gonna be by myself because someone wants me for me. Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the update for Jonathan Majors.
Yellow
So, yeah.
Bug, I ain't even gonna believe you until you gonna have to get on here and prove that you who you are. You said you gonna have to get on live because I don't believe you're a catfish too.
Oh wow. You say birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather. You trying to throw her home blast because you a real man from Wisconsin.
She said, okay, next weekend. All right, bet. She said, man. All right, bet. Yes, Yellow Bug, you gotta come on next weekend. So yeah. So next update we have is Jussie Smollett. So Jussie Smollett, the Illinois Supreme Court overturned his conviction. So basically what happened is that he never was supposed to be tried in the first place. And with him not he made a deal for him not to be tried in the first place. And the deal was that he was going to forfeit his bond and he would have to do 15 hours of community service. He ended up actually doing 18 hours of the community service. However, they ended up picking it up anyway, and they tried it, and he got convicted and whatnot. So he kept appealing it. He got to the Illinois Supreme Court. They overturned it and said that when you make a deal, you have to adhere to the deal, no matter who made the deal. If you represent it, for the people or for the authorities or whatever, they have to adhere to the deal. So yeah, he's not going to jail. This does not mean that he's not guilty. Because, I mean, for me, the evidence reflects that he's guilty as fuck. But yeah.
Oh, you did.
But outside of the 6 days that he did, he's not gonna do no more time in jail. So yeah. If you call that a victory, sure. It's a victory. What are your thoughts about it?
My thoughts is it's a victory for who? Like at the end of the day, it's you still did a hate crime. Like when it's all said and done, like they didn't do their diligence to make sure that it stuck. Because what they did was they tried to overlap certain things. So like, I mean, it's cool, like, because you shouldn't, real life, how they played it, you shouldn't have to deal with anything extra. It should be a thrown out case. So at that point, I really respect that it's a thrown out case because it has to be because y'all didn't do what y'all supposed to do. At the same time, that's still not gonna stop me from calling you Jussie Smollett.
Oh, yeah, that name is forever. He should trademark it.
Yeah, your name is Jussie Smollett, and for the rest of your life, we're gonna know that you did this to further your career, which ended your career.
Well, he's on the come up, so.
Come up where?
Come up from the bottom, I guess. I don't know.
Again, because I'm like, what are we seeing Jussie Smollett in?
Well, we haven't seen him in anything, but he has been working and acting and directing. He has been in stuff lately. So, as
far as what?
In stuff that we're not watching. But yeah, so that doesn't mean that he's not getting paid.
So this is the thing. Because legally, as far as the legal things is concerned, yes, I'm glad that he got actually his just due.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, as far as us knowing the Smollets, who is checking for Jussie?
I mean,
Exactly.
not us.
You ain't gotta say shit else. The fact that you did that.
I mean, I don't know who is, but I don't know everybody either.
You don't have to. His name. Listen, this one thing I want the world to know.
Mm-hmm.
As much as he did anything on Empire, his sister has made the Smollett name.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Dot. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, that's agreed. Yeah.
The Smollett name is always it is there because of her.
Yeah. So I've seen in the comments asking who is he. This is Jussie Smollett, aka Jussie Smollett. He played Jamal. Yeah, he played Jamal on Empire. So yeah, that's because I'm getting who is he. So yeah, so that's Juicy. Justice for Juicy.
I mean, you know, all jokes aside, how they did the case and how they tried to deny him for certain things. Yes, he deserves every bit of this. That I'm not gonna deny.
He deserves every bit of what?
He deserves every bit of actually getting that case overturned because of what they did. They at one point it shouldn't have been taken because he turned himself in. It shouldn't have been taken as far as it did. Oh shit, I'm burping.
Yeah.
But they did that, and but that was a violation.
Yeah, it was definitely a violation. He shouldn't have. But they shouldn't have made that deal.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made
the deal. Yeah, you talk about us being like obsessed with Diddy. I was obsessed with that case. I was definitely obsessed with that case. When that case was out, I was watching everything that popped up about it. But I'm over it. I hope this is done. I hope he doesn't do anything else. And I hope we can all move on. Because that's almost 6 years ago. Yellow Bug says, we hear you burping. Yeah.
Thank you.
So then she also says about Star. She says, and when I found out, I cut Star out my phone, meet her in the chat streets where I left her. Yeah. And then she also says, I didn't even know what that case is. Oh wow. I don't even know what that case is. Yeah. Yeah, that case was huge. That happened like in the beginning of 2019. And it's actually the reason why Empire ended.
Yeah.
He single-handedly brought that case down. Basically was he tried to do like a hoax and said that these two people randomly at midnight or after midnight, these two MAGA people were just outside of his condo building when he just so happened to leave his condo building to walk to go get a Subway sandwich in 0-degree weather in Chicago. And they saw him and was like, hey, you that Empire dude. And then they came and beat him up and threw bleach on him and put a noose around his neck. So you mean to tell me these two MAGA country white boys in downtown Chicago after midnight in 0-degree weather, they was in like a winter vortex in Chicago at the time. So you mean to tell me they saw you and they just so happen to have a noose and bleach on them, and they beat you up because you're the gay guy off of Empire. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, you that Empire F word like this.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. What about you, Lily? Like,
it makes so much sense to me. It makes so much. That's what's supposed to happen. That's exactly what's supposed to happen in Chicago.
Yeah, right. So Yellow Bush says, "Oh, he got robbed and wasn't true." No, he didn't even get robbed. That's the thing. He didn't get robbed.
He kept his sandwich.
Right. He was able to eat the sandwich. The sandwich was intact. Okay. So, and he took it home with a parting gift. He had a noose and kept the noose around his neck so that the police can see that he had a noose, and so that their body cam can have full vision of the noose as well. So yeah. Yellow Bug says, I can see lying. In Tennessee or Mississippi, in Alabama, shake my head. And wow, exactly. Like, really? And then on top of that, they're in a freaking polar vortex in Chicago at the time, and it's after midnight. So you mean to tell me they camped out just so that they can happen to see you, sir? Fuck out of here. Quit fucking lying. Like, this shit is so stupid. And you're there after midnight in a polar vortex in Chicago. It's too damn cold to be racist. Get your motherfucking ass on in the house somewhere. Like, come on. It was stupid. It was very stupid.
I told y'all when it happened that it was a fucking lie. I told y'all that it was.
I was so engulfed in it. I honestly didn't have an opinion for a minute because I was just like so obsessed with hearing everything that I didn't even sit and think, well, did he do it? Did it happen? It doesn't sound, but it never sounded. It was always like it was a missing piece to it. So maybe that's the reason why I was so engulfed and I wanted to hear everything, because it was just like, I need to hear it all so it can make sense, because this shit don't make sense.
I told y'all it was a lie. Now,
at
the same time that I tell y'all it's a lie, the reason why I love what happened to him is because before everybody listened to me, and when I say everybody listen to me, I mean the world, and actually the judicial system. What happened was, you can't make nobody sit there when they already refused bond. Like, he refused bond, so that immediately put up where he should have made a plea, and they didn't do that. And so all of this is going on from now on and from here out forward. Makes me understand why that got overturned.
Mm-hmm. The
thing about that is, it did get overturned, but you will never, ever, ever, Jussie, be what you want yourself to be. Like, I hope you learn some things, and you can get a good corporate job, because other than that, if you just a regular old dumb nigga, I don't want to see you at the New York or Chicago subway, especially the same subway that you accuse this shit of.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Like, other than that, I don't have nothing else to say. It's like, it's one of those things where I told y'all what was gonna happen. I knew it. I had a feeling that this shit wasn't true. And then at the same time, it was like, I have to pay attention to what laws is. It's like, they can't hold nobody off assumption either. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's gonna walk away scot-free.
Yeah.
Because he got held on assumption.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the shit just wasn't adding up, and then as more evidence came out, it ended up being two Nigerian-born black men that actually did it, and they got them on tape buying buying the stuff, buying the bleach and buying the noose or the rope to make the noose, I should say. Yeah. So yeah, it was just stupid.
Even that,
It was very stupid.
and even in that, and even admitting to that, that's still not what I called y'all for. So at the most, I already did my time because I did my time with doing a false report. Everything else is irrelevant.
Yeah.
And so that's what they looking at. Like all of that extra shit is just up in the smoke.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so that's the update with Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett?
Jussie Smollett. Or what's his name? Jussie Smollett. Or Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett is his name forever.
Yeah. I said Yellowbuck says, did they get charged with anything, the two? No, they ended up getting immunity so that they could testify. So yeah. So the two guys didn't get charged. But yeah, so and I think like they had went to Nigeria and they caught them coming back. I think that's how that went. They caught them at the airport coming back. And then Jussie paid them in a check. That's the killer part about all that. He paid them with a damn check. Then he gonna say that the check was for what's that called? Training. Personal training, yeah.
All that shit was wrong. Like everything about that was just stupid.
It was very stupid. And people were so pissed off behind it that it ultimately led to the cancellation of Empire. Empire didn't even finish its last season because of this shit. So, but yeah, I digress. Anyway, yeah, so let's go on ahead and do our last update for the evening, and that is our Diddy update. Before we do that, Yellowbuck says, shake my head, 10 ways to fuck up a crime the average person can't think of 5. Right. So yeah, our Diddy update is gonna be short because it's pretty much like the stuff that's been going on lately is pretty much a lot of the same. One of the things that he did have a birthday. The bail hearing was on his birthday. It got denied. He's still in jail. His kids sang to him happy birthday with him on the phone, and they recorded it and put it out for the world to see. So yeah, they definitely got his back still. And
as they should.
It's a whole as they should. It's their dad. The lawsuits are rolling out. A lot of them are being represented by the Bugsby guy out of Texas, and these lawsuits are getting more and more detailed. I'm not going to talk about that though because they're pretty detailed and they're pretty gruesome. If you want to go look them up, you can go look them up. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are actually detailing a lot of the lawsuits. So or reading them as well. So, but yeah, they're pretty graphic and Lord have mercy. So, yeah. Another thing that has come out since our last show was TMZ. They have done this series of documentaries. So we are on the 3rd installment now of the indictment of Diddy. The downfall of Diddy. So the first one was called
indictment, downfall, whatever. We're going.
Yeah. So they got the first one, the downfall of Diddy, that came out like in May. The second one came out like a month or so ago, and that was the indictment. The third one just came out like a few days ago, and that's in detailing the freak offs or inside the freak offs or whatever the fuck. But they're talking about the freak offs, and they've interviewed people that have been to the freak offs. They interviewed Stevie J again. He was in the first one. So they interviewed him again. They interviewed the Bugsby lawyer out of Texas that's doing a lot of these lawsuits. And they interviewed Ray J. So Ray J's Ray J's in the documentary as well. And I mean, at this point, you can believe it or not. They didn't. It wasn't like it was a victim in the documentary. Like, none of them were victims, but nobody sounded 100% credible either, or had firsthand knowledge. Stevie J and Ray J both was like, I ain't never been to a freak off. So, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, if you ain't got nothing to do, you can watch it or not. They didn't really give too much of anything in the documentary. So it wasn't like they was like, okay, so this room is specifically for this, and then he had the baby oil, and then he did this. It wasn't like that.
Hey man, Stevie J. We've already seen Stevie J fucking the shit out of a boy. We always want to pull
up. Wait, what?
Again, I will say this again. We've already seen Stevie J fucking the shit out of a boy. Now, when I say
we have not.
Boy, I'm not saying that boy was underage. What I'm saying, he was fucking the shit out of a boy.
We have not seen that though.
Now, again, I will say this because you and everybody else tells me this. We had the guy. He it's a guy that I already said that was him doing it.
Yeah.
No, I refuse that.
The dude looks like Stevie J though.
I don't give a fuck. I've been refusing that.
How you gonna refuse it though?
You know why I'm gonna refuse that?
Why?
Because of the shit that's going on with Puff Daddy. And not only the shit that's going on with Puff Daddy, the shit that's been going on with Stevie J. Stevie J's that whole sex tape with him with Eve.
Eve's a woman though.
I don't give not no fuck about that.
What do you give a fuck about though?
All I give a fuck about is this is the same guy that I seen there and I seen there. I am saying this is the same fucking guy. So of course, he is going to say, I've never been to a freak off. Ray J is going to say, I've never been to a freak off. Most of these people are going to say, I've never been to a freak off. You know why? Listen, and this is one thing I want the world to know. America. Fucking Cambodia, Africa. Anybody that's listening to me right now.
Cause we probably
already have the footage of these of all these freak offs. The people who are actually getting up there and still being Puffy's friend, it's niggas that Puffy paid off, not the people that they got in these freak offs. So yeah, they're gonna say, "Hey, I ain't doing. I ain't never seen this, and I ain't never seen that, and why? You know why they can say that? It's because I'm only gonna dig into Ray J's side of it. I can say this. I ain't never been a part of none of the freak offs. I ain't never seen that. It's because maybe Puffy didn't want you a part of it. And the reason why I say that is because we have to look at it like this. Puffy and these freak offs is only on having a bunch of rich accolade people there, and then people that you can manipulate. As much as people downplay Ray J, I don't think you can manipulate Ray J. I don't think you can make him do some shit he don't want to do. That's why he's never been to a freak off. And then, like I said, that's just my opinion. Stevie J, I think Stevie J started his life off in a freak off. Then he didn't move on. Because I can guarantee you Stevie J done been a part of the freak offs.
He started his life off in a freak off.
The life that we know Stevie J have is the life from a freak off.
He admitted the
I don't give a fuck what Stevie J talking about. And I will say that to Stevie J face. On my son, I will say that in Stevie J face. Just because I'm like, my nigga, you ain't had that many hits. And you know, because that's not me downplaying. That's not me being that kind and saying like, because if he was a phenomenal producer, I wouldn't say that. But for me watching somebody to quote unquote look like you fuck a boy, and then you not having that many hits, and yeah, your life started off in a freak off.
Oh, geez. All right. Oh,
It is what it is. Think about it. Because I want the world to think about this. Stevie J, for whatever the talent he is, Stevie J had the opportunity to fuck with Faith, his woman who was his baby mama, excuse me, one of his baby mamas, not all of them, but one of his baby mamas who was actually an entrepreneur, and then Eve. Out of all of these three women.
Wait, hold on, because you know he was also engaged to Whoopi Goldberg's daughter too, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was after Eve. And he has a couple of baby mamas that are entrepreneurs. Because Mimi and Jocelyn both are entrepreneurs.
So what? All of this shit.
So he aims high.
This nigga can't keep not one bitch.
They get tired of his fuck shit.
Not only do they get tired of his fuck shit, they get tired of that line shit. They get tired of that line. They get tired of him saying, nah, that wasn't me in that video. Nigga, yes, it was. Like, you keep saying, nah, that was another nigga. I'm going to tell you out the flip, nah, that was him.
That was him. All right, so Yellowbug says, do you think Kim Porter's book is true?
Kim Porter's book is not real.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I just want people to understand that, like, because it is 3 different variations of it, which lets me know nobody is really actually telling the truth.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. So Yellowbug says, I think a bunch of folks just trying to do them documentaries for clout. Yeah, absolutely. It's clickbait. It's a lot of clickbait because it's a hot topic, you know. Nah, I'm not watching it. I think it's a bunch of has-beens trying to get money. Can't
seen Stevie J fuck anyone? Yeah. Or I have seen. He says I haven't seen that. Who is Stevie J? Stevie J is a super producer. He was part of the Hit Squad, and he used to be one of the in-house producers at Bad Boy. And he's produced some really big hits. If you ever heard Mariah Carey's Honey, the Bad Boy remix, he produced that. He's also produced Biggie and Bones, Notorious Thugs, and a bunch of other hits. He has several Grammys. You know, like he was a big deal. He also was a big deal when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta came out. He was a huge personality on that show.
And he was a has-been when that show came out.
Yeah, and that resurged his career.
It sure did.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what Stevie J is. And now he has married and divorced Faith Evans. So yeah. Then she says he aims high. That's a great pun. Yeah. Yeah. And the feds say they have it. Yeah. And it says LOL. I speak typo. Typo knees when I'm sleepy, LOL. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's who Stevie J is. So I don't find him to be a credible source. I find him to be the person that's going to stick up for Diddy. So yeah.
Yeah,
and then we know all the shenanigans that he pulled in his own life, especially during the time that he was on the show. So even though he was a lovable character, he was my favorite character on the show. Still my favorite, one of my top favorite characters in reality TV. Period. He still was a menace, and he's not credible. Just is what it is. Like I don't understand why they thought it was appropriate to have him. Maybe because nobody else would do it. I don't know, but Stevie J's not a credible person.
Yeah, I respect Stevie J for being the person that he is.
Yeah,
just like you, 100%.
And I don't. Yeah, and I don't expect nothing less or more.
You know, at the same time, I'm one of those people. I'm one of them people that look like this. This is 2024, about to be 2025. If you don't have your name on anything that is representing that, then I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Like, especially when I know a lot of the things that you got going on is flawed. Like, Puffy's gonna be, Puffy is Puffy. Puffy's going to live his life. Puffy is going to end up living the rest of his life behind bars. For you niggas to be that kind and be like, Puffy's my friend, y'all are just putting daggers in your own. And that is fine that you want to do that, because for Stevie J, you're only going to be relevant where. And when I say where you at, I mean really in your wherever you at. If you stop down in Wisconsin, you're just gonna be good in Wisconsin. Nobody's gonna check for you, Stevie. Like if they burn you in Atlanta, like if in my and you know, again, this is just me and my opinion and all that. If they decide to just say, you know, fuck it, we're gonna burn you in Atlanta, you're gonna end up going, you're gonna go wherever because you have a talent for a certain, you have a talent for music. You can sniff that shit out, but you are just there. You're only gonna stay there. So if you end up going to Milwaukee, you're gonna stay in Milwaukee. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
and Yellow Bug says as he should spend it there if he don't Epstein himself. Excuse me. Yeah.
and you ain't, you know what I mean? Just because the people that people know who you are in general, and then people know who allegedly people know who Diddy is. You're just gonna be, you know, you're just gonna be known for the nigga that's affiliated with this sick motherfucker, and you're gonna stay where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing because he was already known for being a bad boy, right? And then he made a name for himself when he went on ahead and started doing reality. And now he's back affiliated with him, you know? And it's like, I don't know if that was necessarily a good thing. Because it seemed like he started getting back affiliated with him when him and Faith broke up. But now he's like sticking by his side 100% through this whole indictment shit, you know? So, I mean, you do what you do. I can't tell you to do one way or another, you know? But I don't know. It just, you know, TMZ don't give a fuck. They gonna interview whoever and put them on. So it's not about being credible or not to them. But
Right.
as far as us, the viewing public, these are not the people that I would want as my mouthpiece in a documentary that's slamming me.
I was shit. I was so thrown off because I was like, out of everybody, like, I would have never did nothing for TMZ. Like,
I would stay so far away from it. But remember, Stevie J was in the first one. His lawyer was in the second one. And then Stevie J's back in the third one. So it's like, I don't know what type of strategy them lawyers are on, but I don't like it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what them lawyers is on. Them lawyers is on. Okay, boom. The shit that they're coming to trial with, they got you on this. This is what they got you on this. And so Stevie J like, all right, okay, so they got me on this shit. And I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm gonna just tell you what I think happened. Got you on this shit. Oh man, I ain't never been in no. I ain't never been a part of no freak offs. I don't know nothing about it. The reason why you saying that is because you already talked to them. You've already
I'm
had
sure.
a conversation. They told you got immunity. You know, you ain't got to talk about what happened. You just don't have to talk about what happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want people to understand, like, sometimes it be this. Like, you ain't never got to, unless you trying to play a victim, you ain't never got to talk about what happens if you don't talk about what happens. Because we already have that line. Like, you can sign your immunity papers right here. All you have to do is say, as much as you want to say, I didn't have no involvement in anything, you do have to say, I seen him doing this and this and this and this. A lot of these people are doing that. Like, you think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to go to trial?
For what?
Again, like I said, you think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to go to trial because they have tapes of celebrities.
Other celebrities, right?
Yeah.
You think he's in the tapes?
You said what?
You think he's in the tapes?
Yeah.
Ashton?
I think everybody's in them tapes. What I think is because the truth of the matter is you can't say if somebody's under the influence or not in these tapes. It's all on what they say. The majority of them is going to say that they're willing participants of it.
So if you just sitting in the corner
Yeah.
and they just so happen to get you, and you straight, right?
I can guarantee you the bulk of it, the bulk of people are gonna say they knew what was going on. It is gonna be the other people. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this case is building because they're actually exposing certain shit. This shit is building crazy. Not only is it building crazy, it is people that are on these tapes that are saying, hey, I didn't know that's what we were doing. And they like, all right, bet. Can you sign an affidavit to say you didn't know? And that's what people are doing because it's gonna it always works in a long haul. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yellow Boy says TMZ is like the National Enquirer. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's our Diddy update. There was something else that I can't remember. But yeah. Yeah.
It was the top 5
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about with the Diddy update. But yeah. Yeah, but that's our weekly Diddy update. So the last story, we're gonna do the top 5 next week. The last story is T.I. So T.I. was in Austin a few days ago, and he wanted to go into a little bar in the daytime, and they had a bouncer, and the bouncer is doing his job, asking everybody for ID.
Get it out. Get it out.
Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, T.I. didn't have his ID on him, and so the bouncer told him he couldn't enter. And apparently it's the bouncer's fault. So T.I. went live. So T.I. went live, and he calls himself a comedian now. So he began to roast the bouncer. He roasted the bouncer for his clothes and for his shoes. And then when he walked away, he told everybody they couldn't go. Don't go to that place and whatnot. And so he's actually been catching a lot of backlash online. One of the things that he's been told was that that's the reason why his kid acts the way his kid does, is because of the way that he acts, which I do see parallels. So
I do.
Yeah.
It's bully mentality.
Yeah. So I just want to know, why does he feel that he can walk around without an ID? Like, you still need your ID. I know I don't look 21, but if I go into the store and try to purchase an adult beverage and they ask me for my ID, I'm going to give it to them. I'm not going to be pissed off and be mad and try to roast the cashier because I know I don't look 21. You know I don't look 21. Why are we doing this? Why are you asking me for my motherfucking ID? That's why you only work at Target. Like, I'm not about to do no shit like that. I'm going to give you my ID. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, the entitlement that he has on him. Like, I'm sure the bouncer knew who the fuck he was. Who is black that don't know who T.I. is? Like,
and so I want to cut you off right there because I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of people that don't know who T.I. is, and I know that's hard for people to stomach, but it's the honest to God truth. It is a lot of people that know T.I. music,
Mm-hmm.
but have never ever seen T.I.
And that's possible. You know what I'm saying? But even if the dude knew him or didn't know him, I'm of the belief that the man probably did know him, but it's possible the man did not know who he was.
I don't
Whether
think
he
he
knew
knew
him
who
or
he
not,
was.
but whether he knew him or not, if he is instructed to get everybody's ID and he asks you for your ID and you don't have your ID, it's not his fault. That's
No,
your fault.
100%.
If the police pull you
100%.
over and ask you for your ID and you don't have your ID, whether the police know you or not, if they want to make it an issue, they will. So I don't understand why it's the other person's fault when you ain't got your ID. I have been carrying around my ID since I was 16. I don't get why you feel that you ain't supposed to have your motherfucking ID. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, I would always jump tough for you, or jump tough at you when I need to, but I really don't need to, because that was the thing for me that threw me completely off. It was one of those things where people were saying that T.I. showed his ass, and I'm like, nah, he just did the same thing that every 12-year-old boy does. Gets mad and he just cracks jokes. At the same time, you knew you wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. If he told you, you need your ID to get in. One thing I said the other day is like, T.I. is phenomenal. He is forever gonna be one of those GOATs for me.
Agreed.
At the same time that T.I. is a GOAT for me, T.I. needs to understand that a lot of people ain't gonna recognize you, because a lot of people don't listen to you like that.
Not today.
Yeah, a lot of you. That man didn't know who T.I. was. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That man didn't know.
I think he did. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. But to your point, if this shit was like 2008, there's no way that you can get me to believe that he didn't know who T.I. was. But being that this is 2024, you can make that argument.
Yeah, he didn't know.
You can
And
make that
even
argument.
if he did know who T.I. was, he still had to go to protocol of what gets him paid.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Yellowboy says he needs his ID regardless who you are. He thinks he is entitled because he is T.I. He don't look the same. T.I. feelings was hurt.
You know what I'm saying? You tell me, hey man, you don't know who I am, and you a nigga with dreads all the way down the back of your neck, and I just know T.I. from I'm Serious, bald head. Man, I'm not, nigga. I'm not giving you a pass.
I'm not giving you a pass, period, because giving you a pass may potentially make me get fired. So I'm not giving you a pass. And then I also heard that because they were in Austin, I heard in Austin you have to check, like that's the law for bars and stuff. So it's like he's just doing his job, and you mad at him for doing his job. But in all actuality, it's your fault because you ain't got your ID. How did you get to Austin? Like, did you drive? Did you fly? Because I'm sure you can't pull that shit with TSA. I'm sure TSA is not gonna let you go through if you want to show them ID.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. So why are you giving this person hell, but you for sure got your motherfucking ID when you go through TSA? Like, I don't understand.
And if you don't, they definitely about to tell you to get your goofy ass home.
Right. Exactly. It was stupid. And you know, T.I. is one of my faves. Like he's he's heavily part of the soundtrack to my 20s. But
He be doing some fuck shit sometimes, and this is one of them.
It's, I can't even fault you on that. I just didn't understand. Like, I was looking at it, and a lot of people, you know what? And I'll end it at this. A lot of y'all niggas be sucking dick for nothing. A lot of y'all just really was siding like T.I. was doing the right thing. No, he wasn't. First of all, T.I. is a multi-millionaire. Let's just start right there. T.I. is a multi-millionaire. Secondly, T.I. has an opportunity to make somebody not only a millionaire, but at least 1,000 there, 100,000 there. Boom. He has an opportunity to do that. He chose to belittle this man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta at one point, because I said that to my brother today, because my bro was like, nah, fuck that. He should have never did it. I said, that sounds like bully mentality. If he doesn't know who you is, he don't know who you is. Why the fuck you ain't got your fucking ID on you?
Yeah.
At all times. Let's just keep it one. I don't give a fuck how famous you think you is. Why ain't nobody running up like, oh no, I got it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, doc. Like, nah, that man did everything he's supposed to do. So if anything happens to him in retaliation, it's because y'all niggas are flawed, not him. He's doing everything he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yellowbug says, if I lose my job because of letting T.I. in a club, T.I. it ain't gonna help me out. Exactly. So yeah, that's T.I. So yeah, I don't have no final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Oh shit, we gonna wrap it up like that? Okay, shit. That's cool. Cause I can say this. My Jerry's final thoughts is this. Ain't nobody gonna go to bat for you. 100. Ain't nobody gonna go to bat for you. You gotta say who you are, and you gotta stand on that. Through whatever you go through, you really had to stand on that, because you're gonna go through stair steps. You're gonna go through niggas walking down the steps to meet you and niggas coming up the steps to meet you. You gotta really maintain who you is. If you don't do that, somebody always gonna mess you up. They gonna mess you over. They gonna play a weird game with you. And they gonna try to act like it's a money scheme. But you're gonna end up always going broke over it. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. So you gotta, at one point, you gotta realize, like, hey, once you get to a certain level, you gotta look at that level and you gotta see what goes past that. If you don't do that, especially doing the bare minimum, if you don't do that, you're always gonna be caught up. And as always, take care of yourself and others. I know that sounded that was a real rough scenario for y'all, but it's
yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was episode 139 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 140. Bye.
Exactly.